Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gio of Ogun and Oshasi back again with another video. So today we're going to cover um, an episode. I'd like to say an episode of a series. Basically, it, this is basically going to be a video in a long playlist of the topic issue. Right now, this video in particular is going to be what is issue, the most misunderstood misconception, the most, how do you say it, the most misunderstood basically spirit of Umbanda, right? What is issue? So let's differentiate something. Let's get something off right off the bat. There is a saint issue, and then there is the spirits issue. The saint issue basically covers, basically commands the line of issue. Okay, so what is issue? So for me to answer this question, I need to make it really, really, really clear that issue, there's not just one issue. There are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of issues, right? Now, within all those hundreds of thousands of issues, there's something called a phalange. What is a phalange? A phalange, phalange is basically a line of issues. So you will have 30 issues. You can have 30 issues in front of you, and they can all be having different names. Um, and I'm gonna leave that for a different video about the most misunderstood issues, because I believe that there are just some that people just don't understand and people just assume the worst. Okay, so what is an issue? So an issue basically, they are the messengers, being between the realms, messengers from the saints to us, and directly maybe sometimes from God to us as well. All right, us being mediums and non-mediums as well. All right, so an issue is basically a spirit who has long um, passed away and basically went on to go through series of tests. And in order for them to redeem themselves, they have to become an issue to help people. All right. So issues are not these demons that a lot of quote unquote Christian religions call them to be, right? They're not bad spirits. Issues, they don't do harm to people. All right. So when I see all these universal, I think it's called, videos, from the Universal Church. Oh my God, who are you, demon? Oh, I'm Eshu Caveira. No, you're not. No, you're not. Eshu Caveira is not gonna be there. He is gonna be there, but he's not gonna be acting out because he's a spirit of God. Okay, he delivers. He helps you. Okay, you'll never see a Shukavira hurting somebody. Okay, now in Ishu, basically, they're here to help. Okay, they what determines what they help with is what knowledge they have from a past life, right? For example, my issues, they deal with black magic and breaking black magic. Now, when I say black magic, I don't mean that, they're over here killing animals that hurt people. No. For example, my issue is issue capa preta, issue black cape. He's the one that I work with in the front, okay? Meaning he's the first one, the first issue in line that I work with, okay? Albeit I work with different ones, he's the first one that comes, okay? So in a past life, my issue, he was a very, very, very potent mage of black magic. He was basically a warlock of black magic. He was a master of black magic. He was feared throughout the lands, being known as somebody who could kill 1,000 men with magic. When he died, God looked at him and said, "You messed up badly. You know that, right?" He's like, "Ah, yeah, you're right. All right, you want a second chance? You could become an issue, and you can use all that knowledge of black magic to help people." So that's what he does. Okay, he goes and breaks magic that people inflict on others, because in this world there are those who inflict damage using evil spirits. Okay, unfortunately, that's the world that we do live in. Okay, so do issues only deal with black magic? No. Okay, like I said, issues don't hurt people. So not all issues break black magic. There are some that are doctors. There are some that you'll find them instead of a cemetery, you'll find them in the mountains, in the forests, and the oceans. And that basically are different phalanges of issues for different, how do I say this? Different elements, right? So in a cemetery, for example, you'll find Eshu Caveira, which translates to Eshu skull, right? And all of his different aspects, all of the different issue skulls there are. Like, for example, there's issue Tata skull, there's this João skull, there's this little skull, which is basically an issue meeting. Now, in issue meeting, I'm gonna leave for a different video because this requires. Actually, no, I'm gonna dive into it right now after this. So, in a cemetery, you're gonna find a lot of issues breaking magic because they are in a place where hatred, despair, anxiety, anger runs rampant. Because you have to understand, a cemetery, there are people literally who don't accept death. They are being buried. Basically, you're grabbing a body and you're forcing the body to go underneath the earth. Some spirits aren't ready for that, and they're like, "I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna hurt people. This and that." That's why cemetery is a very dangerous place to go if you're not ready. Okay, so what is an issue meeting? So issue meetings are different from issues. The only they vary is that they're basically teenagers or kids. Now, they're not the kids from the right side, they're kids from the left side. The way they differentiate is they basically did some bad stuff, you know? So much so that they're an issue, but the most powerful issue because they're kids. I have an issue meeting. He's a teenager, and you won't find them being the most respectful or being the most decent. Okay. Now you have to understand each issue has their own personality. Just because they talk a certain way doesn't mean they're demonic. It just doesn't mean that they're indecent. Doesn't mean doesn't mean that they don't work for God. Okay, so an issue and issue meetings, they work together for curing, breaking magic, helping people. For example, one of the the things that's most requested of my issue, right? I want this job. Can you go help me get it? He turns to them, looks at them. Yeah, okay, I'll help you go get it. Do this and this for me. Leave food for me, and I'll go and grab it. Why do they need food? They need to see the effort from your end, and they also need something in change. You know, I'll give you this job in order, and you'll give me food. It's like bargaining, kind of, right? But you're not bargaining. You're not selling your soul for the job, you know, because we don't believe in that. You know, basically, it's not something God didn't write down in stone that you're gonna work in Wall Street. You know, God didn't write down on your path that you're going to work as a NASCAR driver. You know, God sets certain things in your path, right? A job most likely isn't one of them. Okay, so that is what an issue is, right? Issue is for prosperity, issue is for health, issue is for protection. Issue does not, and I repeat this, does not do bad. The issues that you're gonna see out there, the issues that you're gonna see out there. Oh, I'm issue skull, issue this, and that. Either A, they're acting, or B, they're what we call Goombas. Goombas are basically imposter spirits. they like to feel powerful, so they'll use a name of a well-known spirit in order for people to fear him. And very clear, do not fear issues. Okay, but yeah, issues, they aren't bad. Issues are not here to hurt people. Issues are misunderstood spirits. Okay, just because a lot of them work in a cemetery does not mean they're from the devil. On the contrary, they help a lot against the devil. Okay, so the next video most likely is going to be a topic of the top 10 most misunderstood issues. All right, thank you guys so much. Bayo Shla Soy, Bayo Shla, Jesus Christ bless all of you. Have a great night.